welcome to this special edition of The Defenders, where we bring you detailed information on India's prowess in defense sector and the journey towards self-reliance in defense manufacturing. In this episode, we'll take you to Ordnance Factory Medak, where infantry combat vehicle SARATH, which is also known as BMP-II, is manufactured for the Indian Army. One of the best infantry combat vehicles in the world with modern weapon systems, the SARATH BMP-II is a kill machine ideal for fighting battles with speed, surprise and deadly precision. Powered by a 300 HP diesel engine, it is a mobile platform to meet all tactical requirements of mobility in a battlefield, travels at an incredible speed of 65 km per hour with easy steering ability in cross-country terrain. Protected with armored plates all around, thereby ensuring a high degree of protection to the combatants, it offers a chameleon-like camouflage with the help of smoke grenades, creating a smoke screen. SARATH BMP-II can neutralize all kinds of land-based and low-flying military objects and is a dream come true for an infantryman in the battlefield. We are joined by the Chief General Manager of Ordnance Factory Medak in Telangana, Mr. K. Sudhakar. Mr. Sudhakar, welcome to Sansad Television. Let's start by learning a bit more about this particular factory, this particular unit. When was it established, the journey, and the history as well, the evolution, so as to say, of this factory.
Ordnance Factory Medak was established in 1984 at a place Ordnance at Medak in the state of Telangana, and basically for manufacturing of infantry combat vehicles for field forces.
Okay.
This particular vehicle we are manufacturing with the collaboration of the then USSR, now Russia, and it is being used by our mechanized infantry in Indian Army. It is one of the versatile vehicle for the infantry. Earlier the foot soldiers, now they have been mechanized so that it will be very convenient for them in the battlefield to reach to the destination and achieve any task.
Okay.
Therefore, the Government of India, Ministry of Defence has decided to locate a manufacturing factory for infantry combat vehicles. The Russian name is BMP, Boyovo Machino Pakota. Otherwise, Indian name is Infantry Combat Vehicles and basically meant for mech infantry.
SARATH is the name.
SARATH. Indian name is SARATH.
SARATH. Okay.
SARATH.
Now, you spoke about the technology and all that part. So, in terms of the kind of technology which is in use here at this particular facility, and the TOT as well, the transfer of technology, since this was a Russian equipment, where do we stand and how did it go about?
See, the TOT arrangement has been made with the government of Russia. Then we have started manufacturing to start with SKD, CKD, that is semi-knockdown kits and complete knockdown kits, and indigenous manufacture has been started. Today, we are proud to say we have achieved the level of 98% indigenization. The components, sub-assemblies and assemblies going to the infantry combat vehicles are being outsourced from Indian industry to the extent of 98%. So, to that extent we are self-reliant. Majority of the major systems like engine, the transmission, the gun and those sighting systems are being manufactured. Some of our sister defense public sector units located at various locations in India. Apart from that, we are also getting the raw materials, basic raw materials like steel and bulletproof steel, armor steels from our Indian industry, and we do fabrication of the basic hulls and turrets, and we do manufacture some of the critical assemblies over here for the vehicle.
the most important feature is this vehicle is that it is the most time honored and tested vehicle that we have been producing for the last 30 years. And the beauty of this vehicle, it can float also. It sails in the static water at the incredible speed of 7 kilometers per hour. This is the first vehicle BMP that we manufacture in Ordnance Factory Medak, and this is the fundamental vehicle. And all the variants, that 6 variants that you are seeing all around, is basically have been evolved over this vehicle only. And as far as the critical or main parameter of this vehicle, it has a speed of 65 km per hour. It has 30 mm cannon, which has a fire rate around 800 rounds per minute. And as far as the protection is concerned, it offers static level 2 protection for the crew members. And you can see as on the catalog also, it has it carries a driver, co-driver, commander, gunner, and the 6 number of sticks in the vehicle. And after that, we have another vehicle which has been evolved over the with the help of DRDO. This is AERV, Armored Engineering Reconnaissance Vehicle. This vehicle is required when you need to do the reconnaissance before going the troop. So it has a picket driving arrangement that will basically create a path for the army to move on. So this is the vehicle which has been indigenously designed and developed. So we hold the IPR for this vehicle. Besides this, we have another variant, that is the carrier mortar tracked vehicle. Here we have replaced the existing turret of the BMP-II, and in place of 30 mm gun, we have installed the mortar on this vehicle, and it has 102 rounds. So this is basically a mortar which is fitted on the BMP chassis. This is the BMP-II command vehicle. Command vehicle is basically a vehicle which command the other BMPs. So it will have more than the tactical equipment and advanced land navigation system to guide other BMP vehicles. We have another variant, this command vehicle, CCPT, is meant for the artillery command. It is not for the infantry, but is for the artillery command. And this is not this is not a fighting vehicle, it is a tactical vehicle. It has a ballistic computer, all the tactical equipments which guides the artillery, so that the selling can be done at the precise location. We have a very promising vehicle with us. This is the armored ambulance. So this vehicle has all sorts of the medical equipment that which is required for the immediate rescue of the crew.
The making of SARATH ICV is a complex process involving skilled manpower working on various components simultaneously at different workshops in Ordnance Factory Medak. The goal is to meet the requirements of Indian Army and achieve the best quality standards.
Infantry combat vehicle SARATH is made of several components, and all of them are made indigenously. Well-trained and skilled manpower works diligently in various workshops at Ordnance Factory Medak to ensure smooth and flawless manufacturing of this platform. Let's start with the foundry, where metal is melted and then cast into different shapes for various parts of the ICV.
Basically, this foundry section is supplying of castings, steel and aluminum castings, to fulfill the requirement of BMP, T-72 and T-90 and other sister ordnance factories. This process consists of, for steel making, is of initially we preheat the ladle in order to sustain the temperature, in order to avoid the thermal shock. After that, after attaining the temperature at furnace around 1650 degrees Celsius, we pour the liquid metal into ladle, and we thereafter we pour into the mold. They have the cavity. That cavity generally we manufacture through pattern process. Sprocket wheels, idler wheels, casting inside castings, doors, door frames, all those things we manufactured here. At every stage we have a quality inspectors. They also check at every stage.
This particular shop is called Hull and Turret Shop. Hull is the basic chassis of the armored personnel carrier BMP-II, and turret houses all the weaponry and the optical sights, etc., radio sets, etc. That part rotates 360 degrees. It carries the main gun and other weapons.
Hull is the basic body of the vehicle, in which we assemble all our suspension items, transmission and engine area and other all equipments, and on this hull we interface the turret also. Onto the turret we put the gun. So this is a basic structure for our BMP vehicle, or this is a structure for all our variants of BMP vehicles. This is a very critical item, and which is made with specialized material with a different composition to withstand all the safety protections. And during all this process, every stage we are having quality audits and we are having stage inspections. We are meeting all the quality requirements. Hull is manufactured 100% indigenous. Turret is a equipment which requires to revolve 360 degrees and with 70-degree elevations. So that is mounted onto the hull. Turret plays very important role in protecting our vehicle and as well as defense system also. Laser cutting machine, these machines we are using for the last 30 years for cutting components of thickness from 1 mm to 22 mm. These laser cutting machines are basically used, they are all CNC programmed. These machines are playing vital role in manufacturing components in economically with reference to its profiles and with reference to the accuracies.
We are at vehicle assembly shop where we assemble the BMP-II and assembly, integration and testing of complete BMP here. Right now we are doing here the dipping test because BMP-II is an infantry combat vehicle which is having the amphibious capability. That means amphibious capability means it floats in the water. So we do the dipping test here to check the leakage and water tightness of the vehicle. Before integration of the turret, we do the dipping test. If we have any problem, any leakage issues, we resolve all the issues. So after taking the complete acceptance, then we will do the turret integration. And turret integration will be done along with the hull. And again we are having the post-stationary stage where we will test remaining all the firefighting capabilities, communication, everything. We will do it and we will send to the final acceptance.
The turret assembly is parallel to the hull assembly. The turret assembly is nothing but a fighting compartment of the BMP vehicle, main armament portion of the BMP vehicles. Initially, when we start the assembling of the turret, we go by the integration of the gun mounting and gun onto the turret. Subsequently, we go assembling of the traversing gearboxes, elevation gearboxes that will integrate onto the turret. Then onwards, we will integrate the optical systems onto the turret. That will be related to the gun, relation to will be established to the gun. The alignment with the optics and gun will be established on the, at particular assembly stage. Then onwards, we will be integrating the all assemblies of stabilizer systems, gun ammunition feeding systems, ammunition stowage systems. All those systems will be assembled. Before doing the engine assembly, we will do the all oils and coolants filled. Then we will go for the engine assembly testing. Engine assembly test will be done on stationary position of the vehicle. It will not be moving vehicle. It will be stationary only. It is a primary and a very initial test of the engine after integration onto the BMP vehicle.
This is the LMS soap, light machine soaps. Here we are manufacturing more than 700 components. and we are supplying to our user section, vehicle assembly section. We have all types of facilities for manufacturing of these components. Total turnover this section is 220 crore per annum. We are supplying all the components to our different army sector, army user also, just like a 512 and our this Agra, COD Agra also.
SARATH has a steel armor of 33 mm and weighs 14.3 tons. It can move at a speed of 65 km per hour on road, 45 km per hour off-road and 7 km per hour on water as well. The armament includes a turret with 30 mm autocannon with a maximum range of 4 km, 7.62 mm PKT coaxial machine gun, smoke grenade launcher and anti-tank guided missile. It has a range of 600 kilometers and capacity of 10 personnel.
Used to control the gun equipment. Gun is fired on is supposed to be fired on particular target irrespective of vehicle movement, and firing time as well as vehicle movement, different jerks will come. Vehicle will move left and right and turret will move left and right. To control all these things, gyros has been fitted in the stabilizer system. It will give feedback signal when vehicle is turning as well as gun is firing. It keeps gun on particular target irrespective of all these things. We will achieve our aim of firing during all these things.
Pivot turning is actually rotating at 360 degrees. So that how it will be done, because the vehicle will be in engine on condition and the stabilizer is on. The gun will be stabilized at the target and the hull portion, the brake will be in lock condition they will keep and they will try to move it. Only hull will have a 360 degree rotation and your gun will be at the target.
This is a feature in this BMP vehicle which is mainly used during the war field or emergency field to hide the vehicle from enemy. Suppose vehicle is in the open space, you cannot hide it. So for that purpose, this camouflage SG system is operated. In SG system is nothing but smoke generating system, where huge quantity of smoke is passed through the exhaust tubes in the form of mist, and then the huge smoke is generated. That smoke will form the cloud, and behind the cloud vehicle can be camouflaged.
Ordnance Factory Medak has given a lot of importance to R&D and innovation. This has been achieved by investing resources in developing new platforms and technologies, along with creating synergy between industry and academia. Taking into account the changing nature of threats and dynamic nature of security environment, several upgrades have been made to improve the operational efficiency of SARATH ICV, and now the focus is on developing next generation futuristic infantry combat vehicle FICV.
Having acquired technical prowess over several decades and growing synergy within the domestic defense industry ecosystem, the focus is now on research and innovation for development of next generation military platforms with improved operational parameters and capabilities.
We have established around 10 years back our own in-house R&D, and where we have been working on various futuristic vehicles like FICV and also armament upgrade and certain variants which have been recently projected by Field Army, like a repair vehicle. We have got a very strong R&D setup where young engineers have been trained. Many officers have been sent to foreign countries like London, Cranfield University. They have been trained, and they are also, we are having arrangements of long-term training in Indian premier institutes like IITs and IIMs. We are actually in the process of establishing full-fledged R&D, in-house R&D facilities.
R&D and innovation is one of the key factors for any engineering industry for long-term sustenance and development. BMP was not having certain features it is having only second generation missile firing capability. So now in the upgrades, so we have taken up one project, it is almost completed and ready to be inducted in the Indian Army, and then we are going to get about 600 or 700 quantity order. So it is having fourth generation missile capability, as well as it is having what you call thermal image system. So that means it is having the night vision capability also.
As far as BMP is concerned, we were not having a night enablement, and there is no automatic system or smart system which can give the improves the operational efficiency of the Indian Army. So we took up a armament upgrade project because which improves the firepower accuracy. In association with Bharat Electronics Limited, we have done night enablement, the sighting system with night enablement and integrated fire control system, which comprehensively integrate the entire weapon platform like 30 mm gun, 7.62 and 80 GM missiles. We started developing from 2016. This is extensively trial evaluated like very critical conditions like Pokhran, Mahajan areas, and user has appreciated the upgrade.
Now we are going with the 3B level. Existing vehicle is BMP SARATH, we can consider it as 1B. For the same thing, technology is already developed and we have lot of association with the IITs, IISc, CSR lab and then various Indian industry for the each subsystem, and we are confident to deliver the complete system as a FICV as a lead integrator by 2025 most optimistically.
That's all we have in this episode of The Defenders. We'll come back with more knowledge content for you. Till then, keep watching Sansad Television.